Welcome to Mystical Messages. I am Hilary Harley, your podcast host. I am a soul guide and astrologer. Mystical Messages is your podcast gateway to discover and learn about the realm beyond the veil, including all things intuitive, metaphysical, and the healing arts. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. That way, if you hear something and want to re-listen to a forecast or to check a date of a cosmic event, you may find it on the written monthly forecast on hilaryharley.com. And remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today, I am so delighted to bring you a topic that is much on the minds and pervasive in our world, prevalent, seeping into our culture and our consciousness everywhere right now. And that is the dynamic duo of Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And listen and learn, my dear friends, about what these two are bringing to us right now. I have called this segment Blank Page. And when I was thinking about specific topics to share with you, I found that this is really so incredibly important because, well, you'll hear for a lot of different reasons, but it is something that has not happened in many, many years, hundreds of years, actually, if not thousands. And it is an opportunity, as all astrological aspects present, as both opportunities and challenges, depending on how we respond. We always have free will and to respond to cosmic stimuli. And that is no different in this case with the tremendous force and impact that Saturn and Neptune joining forces in the first primal sign of Aries presents to each of us. So we are offered right now a blank page. Ask any writer or artist about a blank page or a canvas. It can be both exhilarating and very intimidating. Anything is possible. What to put on that page or canvas, its meaning, representation, and projection reflects the writer and artist, their mind, skill, and creativity. Such a blank page or wide open frontier and landscape is offered to each of us now, cosmically speaking, with Neptune and Saturn hovering around 0 degrees Aries. Called the creator degree, 0 Aries is the very beginning, the initial spark of the entire zodiac. As I record this podcast in mid-March 2026, both planets are close to 1 and 2 degrees of Aries. These critically early degrees of Aries bring to mind Michelangelo's painting on the Sistine Chapel, depicting God's finger reaching across the sky and touching life to Adam's outstretched hand. If you know the tarot at all, this moment is represented by the Fool card. The card shows a person with a completely unspoiled natural expanse of land in front of them. No decisions have been made. Not a single foot has stepped out yet. Perhaps not even an inkling of ideas lingers, let alone an agenda stirring about what action to take next. This image represents each of us now, just like the Fool in the tarot deck, staring out at the vast stretch unfolding before them, life inviting us forward with no pressing constraints about how to use that land, what to become, grow, or build on it. For some, the sheer emptiness may be difficult to comprehend, scary even. For others, they know exactly what they want to do, say, or create. So let's talk about the two planets involved here offering us this blank page and canvas. First, Neptune, since it crossed the threshold of Aries in late January 2026. Neptune represents our soul, its journey through the zodiac. Neptune is consciousness itself, as well as our subconscious, and thus the mental health, realm, dreams, mysticism, spirituality, and nothing short of the entire breadth of the human condition, from the desperate, disillusioned, and downtrodden to the divinely inspired artists, saints, and angels. That is quite a huge range. Then we have Saturn. Saturn followed Neptune into 0 degrees Aries on Friday, February 13th. Saturn is the taskmaster of the planets, ruling dharma and karma, responsibility, honor, and integrity. It sets the agenda, focuses our time and attention on current events, what is front and center in our life. Saturn moves much more quickly than Neptune, as it is an outer planet of the galaxy. Where Neptune takes about 12 to 14 years to move through a zodiac sign, Saturn cycles through a sign in just 2.5 years. Both respective signs of each planet deal with finality, finishing, and completion. Neptune rules Pisces, the final water sign of the zodiac, while Saturn rules the final earth sign, Capricorn. Where Neptune operates in rainbows of colors, Saturn is black and white. Neptune blurs, mingles, fades, fogs, cleanses, and clarifies. Saturn, on the other hand, holds us to formal, crisp account. You either did it or you did not. Neptune is the very hippy-dippy music group, deeply immersed in the creative moment. And while overhearing their music, Saturn calls the group and offers them a record deal. After all, there's money to be made. In short, Saturn brings into useful form all of Neptune's dreams and fantasies. This is how the two planets work together. One inspires, the other anchors. Neptune is ephemeral, temporal, that which you cannot touch, such as music, soul, and spirit, what moves you. Saturn is form and matter itself, granite or coal to be harvested from the earth and used. Together, they make a very interesting couple, that much more so when they cycle through Aries, the first primal sign of the zodiac. So let's talk about Aries. The sign Neptune and Saturn have just entered and will be passing through together until early 2028. A fire sign, Aries is the great initiator. It gets things started. Hence, it begins on the spring equinox and signifies all new beginnings. It is brave, fearless, and impulsive. Aries is the warrior, pioneer, the first responder, the leader. Aries jumps right into action, leaps before looking without much consideration for any consequence. Aries is that tarot fool card that I mentioned earlier. The fool doesn't know what it doesn't know as it looks out at that wide open landscape, but boy, is it raring to get to it. What exactly it is, we will figure out as we go along. So altogether in combination, Saturn and Neptune in Aries draws our soul's focus to anything brand new. Saturn anchors to Earth Neptune's divine inspiration in entirely uncharted territory. Enter that blank canvas, page, or landscape, begging the question, what will you paint, write, build, or create upon your blank screen? Making matters that much more interesting or challenging for many, as it were, is that there is no one currently alive who has ever experienced the Neptune, Saturn, and Aries dynamic. No elder or wise woman to turn to for guidance about what it was like, about what happened the last time this combo occurred. For context, the outer planet Neptune has not cycled through Aries since 1861, or 165 years. 30 years ago, Saturn cycled through Aries. Together, Neptune and Saturn have not overlapped in Aries since 1703. Historically, this was early colonial America, 70 plus years prior to the American Revolution. Europe was having a moment in the throes of full expansion, colonial domination of foreign lands, prospering at the expense and exploitation of others. Diving even further back in time, Neptune and Saturn were last joined precisely together at 0 degrees Aries in 4361 BCE. No one alive has any remembrance for these periods of time, neither 1703 nor 4361 BCE. However, at least in 1703, we had written historical records to document events, but it was anyone's guess as to what daily life was like in 4361 BCE, since the period occurred before written language. The best we know about this time is archaeological evidence using carbon dating. It was the Stone Age. Think Stonehenge. Communal villages were beginning to form. Life was rural, agrarian, hunting and gathering, and still largely nomadic. Talk about a blank canvas. A time before pre-Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, when the maternal goddess culture prevailed as humanity followed cosmic cycles of the sun, moon, and earth. Now, in 2026, we have just completed a long cycle of shedding, cleansing, and purging. Some may know this as the year of the snake in Chinese astrology that just finished. In the Western cosmos, Neptune and Saturn recently completed a protracted tour through Pisces, the final water sign of the zodiac. Mystical, dreamy, spiritual, delusional, inspirational, ruling fear as well as faith, Pisces' influence these last several years cleared out any residue, person, or situation not to be carried forward into this new next era. The age of all-knowing gurus that flourished during the Neptune-Saturn-Pisces period is over, especially the all-knowing spiritual guru kind. This has ended, giving way to invitations for self-empowerment and trusting that you yourself knows best what is for your highest potential and long-term well-being. No more outsourcing your own gut knowing, intuition, and natural intelligence. We are each being pushed out of the proverbial nest. Time to spread your wings and fly. A caution here is that Aries energy might have you inclining to rush in where angels fear to tread. Just remember to take a breath and hit the pause button, because there is absolutely no rush other than the one you might feel internally to get going. We're just now getting our bearings in this brave new landscape. Be mindful as you are still growing, developing, and getting a lay of the land. To say that this is a highly sacred and holy time is an immense understatement. It is not to be messed or tampered with. After all, such a moment has not occurred for over 6,000 years. Yes, for those who have done their work and have been patiently waiting, it is a tremendously exciting time, because anything is truly possible. Most, however, are given to pause due to witnessing current events. All of us sense the enormity of now. Our souls know that we signed up to usher in this brand new era. So it's really important to take your time. There is no urgency to decide, to become, to do. You will know when the right time comes to take action and move forward. For right now, trust the process. It's so wonderful to bring you this special episode detailing this remarkable period of cosmic events that we are living together through. And I really would love to have you join the Three Wise Women community. We are veteran metaphysical practitioners, and we'll be discussing the Neptune-Saturn conjunction more in detail during our monthly sessions. We offer connection and conversation to explore all of your wildest woo questions. So join us the first Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. It's only $10 per monthly session or $110 per year. To register, please visit my website, hilaryharley.com. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast or to check dates of planetary events and cycles, you may find the full transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. Please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for listening today. Please join me again in 2 weeks when I will bring you the monthly astrology forecast for April 2026.